After multiple delays, the Real ID rollout begins today, meaning that certain standard driver's licenses are no longer meeting federal standards for people flying throughout the United States.
So our Lauren Crawford, she's live for us this morning at DFW Airport this morning. And Lauren, there's a lot of people asking how to know if they have a Real ID or not, and will they be able to fly today without it?
Hi, good morning. That's right. We've already had some people ask us that here this morning, but the Real IDs are marked with a star in the upper right-hand corner of your driver's license. Now, the star will either be usually black or gold, depending on the state. And starting today, if you are flying and do not have a Real ID, prepare to face additional screening and likely delays at the airport. Other acceptable forms of ID include a passport, global entry card, or other federally recognized documents. Now, the Real ID Act was signed into law in 2005 to strengthen security standards following the 9/11 attacks, but was repeatedly delayed. Now, with the looming deadline, many local DMVs are at maximum capacity and unable to accept additional appointments to get a Real ID driver's license.
I kept trying to get appointments online, and it just kept saying no availabilities.
I scheduled an appointment. I'll come back June 26th. I'm not flying anywhere before then.
Folks will come through the line and will issue their ID and show it. If it's not compliant, they may be diverted to a different line, have an extra.
Now, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem just said yesterday that about 80% of travelers do already have these Real ID compliant forms of identification. But if you are someone who is searching to get that and need to go to the DMV, it may be a good idea to check outside of your neighborhood or your city to try to find an open slot, as again, we are seeing that heavy overflow of people trying to rush to go get one. Live at DFW Airport this morning, Lauren Crawford, CBS News, Texas.
Well, Lauren, really quickly before we let you go, so what happens to people today if they try to fly without the correct ID?
Yeah, well, there are a couple other options. There's something called a Form 415, which is basically a certification identity form. They'll have to fill that out to the side, which, again, as you can imagine, if somebody is in a rush traveling, that will add extra time. And then on top of that, you will have the extra security screening. Carmen.
Okay, Lauren Crawford live for us this morning at DFW Airport.